Welcome, welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I am Subject, and Robert has never seen a movie in his life. Wild, despite
Ew.
owning 7,000 of them. Uh, and Noah the Leprechaun Torgo.
Hello.
So we're
Usually
I
doing
I'm
thought
the
Sean
guy.
was the leprechaun. Aren't you a redhead?
that's racist.
The
Not
leprechaun?
even. He's not even wearing green. You are.
Yeah. What a fraud.
um, because St. Patrick's Day is sometime this week. Uh, we are watching Leprechaun before we do some Alan Wake. And this is a blind watch for Robert because he's never seen a
Yeah.
movie.
Part of that's true.
Usually it's me that's never seen a movie. I'm glad to be the one that's actually seen peak
Yeah,
cinema like Leprechaun
yeah.
tonight.
All right, everybody gets a timestamp at 0 in 3, 2, 1. Play.
Oh, and I am watching this on my TV. So if there's any like audio bleeding in, just tell
We'll
me.
just kick you out. Fine.
Yeah. I'll turn my thing down. I'm watching this on the DVD that I showed from the last stream we did. On my 4K TV, so we'll see how good that looks.
So noticeably, Jennifer Aniston is in this movie, and it's the best movie she's ever been in.
Oh, that's
Who?
possibly true.
Jennifer Aniston.
Who's
From
that?
Friends.
Seriously?
No,
Friends.
no,
Like
Are you just
she's
wait? Are you just
one of the
messing
main
with me?
characters.
no, I don't know who that is. Has she done anything notable since this?
But
'Cause
Friends, the
I
show.
just know her. I just know her as the girl from Leprechaun. So
I'm pretty sure he's messing with us because I know he's seen Friends.
no, what's
She's
that?
been in a couple.
Uh,
She's also in Bruce Almighty, I think.
And
That's
Robert, I
it.
don't know if you know this, but she
Um,
refuses to acknowledge that she was in this.
Yeah.
oh wait, I think she was in some movie with Adam Sandler called Murder Mystery. I've seen that.
Oh,
No.
That's probably
that's
terrible.
unfortunate.
And Robert, we've come full circle with this. We have the original series, which is 6 films. We have the dark and gritty reboot, and then we have the 2018 style sequel that was a sci-fi original.
But have we had a prequel yet? Have we checked that box?
I
Uh,
don't think so.
so none of these are really connected. It's just here's a Leprechaun movie.
I have heard that the lore and rules are a bit inconsistent. I'll be the judge of
But
that
I
when I go
believe
through the
2
films.
has flashback stuff.
I remember two introduces a lot of new lore. I think that's maybe the most lore heavy one
Oh,
of
but
the
Robert, what
original
we have
trilogy.
not had is a fake leprechaun.
Ooh, like a copycat
Yeah.
leprechaun. I do like though that this movie starts off with Warwick Davis's name, like Warwick Davis, and you don't usually see that a lot in the first installment of a horror franchise. Where like a Robert Englund in the later Freddy movies, when it's like this is who we're banking on and selling, especially for this type of actor who's known for being like an Ewok in Star Wars, and I guess Willow he was in before this, but it's really cool that they put Works. Not only do they put Work Davis's name up front, but also like that he's not dubbed. That they didn't try to bring in some like other like more notable actor to, because you see that all the time from this era. So
I
that's kind
mean,
of
to be
neat that
fair,
right up
this movie probably couldn't afford a more notable actor.
right.
No, I don't
These
think
go
so.
direct to DVD like immediately.
That's
I think right
outstanding.
after the second one. The third one is the first one that's direct to DVD or direct to video.
Gotcha. But then even in something like Hellboy, the first one with what's his name, Doug Jones,
Yeah.
as Abe Sapien, like in that first one he's dubbed, and the guy they got was like deliberately just doing a Doug Jones impression of his voice. And then by the second one they were like, okay, fuck it, I guess we'll let Doug Jones talk. We were doing this all the way up until the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movies, where all those actors playing the turtles, and then the one playing Leonardo, for some reason, is dubbed by Johnny Knoxville, because that's a big-ish name. Like,
So
So
this movie was
weird.
made for
Forgot about that.
$900,000. Interesting. I didn't know this. Apparently, this was intended to be a straight horror film. It's Davis that injected humor into it.
oh,
Thank
okay.
God he did, because this would have sucked as just a straight horror film.
Yeah, and I think it would have been a lot more dull because I was saying before, like, this isn't my favorite of the franchise. It wouldn't rank it at the top for me just because I don't remember a lot about it. I really only remember the pogo stick kill, which we'll get to later.
More movies need pogo stick kills.
That's true.
What I
So I'm
like
glad
about this
Davis
one, though,
brought
is
more of the comedy into it.
it's very, you can tell it's a low budget. We're at this farmhouse for like 80% of the film.
Mhm.
Got some decent kills.
But like you said, this is definitely on the cheaper side of things and pretty quickly goes straight to video. But John, do you think of this as kind of one of the quintessential like 90s horror franchises? Because everyone thinks of Scream, because Scream changed everything in 95, but
I
both of
don't, but I
these
would
come
say
out in the
it
90s.
it probably should be. Um, I'd say it's the most underrated slasher from the 90s.
And then you get ones that are kind of muddled a bit, like Child's Play, where that first movie's late 80s, but then you get what, like 3 in the 90s, so there's some overlap there.
Is Child's Play 2 90s?
And then it just keeps going. uh, I think Bride of Chucky was the last 90s one, and I think 2 was 90 or 91.
Okay, so yeah, 2 is right on the cusp of 90.
Okay.
So, yeah. The only thing with Child's Play, though, is that 3 sucks.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
we've
Bride
got
of
a return
Chucky's
visit
the
from Noah's
post-Scream
cat.
one. Yay.
Yeah, Minnie's back. She's a big Leprechaun fan, so she wanted to be here.
Yeah, and I mean, Bride sets the tone for the rest of that franchise, arguably.
Just in the same way, I'd say 3, the third Leprechaun movie, sets the tone for the rest of the franchise.
That's
That's
interesting.
Oh,
when
see, I think they figured the tone out immediately.
this one, I don't remember there being like as much more like obviously goofy stuff as the sequels have.
Yeah, mate. I'm just surprised though that right off the bat we're already doing Leprechaun stuff. We're seeing him. He's talking. And that usually in a type of movie like this, like the Child's Play, like or the First Nightmare, or I guess the First Nightmare is a bad example, but there's usually a bit more build up, and it's like, oh nope, there's Leprechaun. And he's doing his thing right off the bat.
I mean,
Oh, we
Noah,
got.
this is the movie that has him play pogo stick on somebody's corpse.
But that's one part. I don't remember anything else. Maybe I'll be
So,
proven wrong by the end of this.
so Robert, for the Dark and Serious reboot, they just make it a monster, and 90% of the movie is Evil Dead Gold Vision.
That's right. I've still never seen that. I kind of don't want to.
We should put it on the list.
No.
No, just because we're just kind of in the prologue. You missed Robert almost losing his mind last
Oh no, what I miss?
night. You missed him rooting for the death of a 10-year-old child.
What?
I was justified in that. No further words need to be said.
Yeah, you know what? I expect that type of behavior from Robert. Honestly, I don't know why he's still on the channel.
We made him
He's
watch
kind of a problematic
both.
individual.
We made him watch both the Power Rangers movie and Turbo, a Power Rangers movie, and I think he lost his mind halfway through Turbo. That movie's so bad.
So there's a really annoying 10-year-old kid in that.
Yeah, the Blue Ranger.
Okay, yeah, I don't know anything about Power Rangers, so
Yeah.
He's not even that annoying. I just hate him.
okay. You just saw his face and you were like, ah, this kid.
Don't worry,
The
no,
worst.
I'm not gonna make you watch Turbo because I don't know if I could sit through that again. But I'll make you watch Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, the first movie
Yeah.
I wasn't even like that crazy about. I was like, yeah, this is fine. It's cheesy. It's entertaining. And then by Turbo, I was like, oh god, god, the other one was so much better.
Oh, come on, you loved Ivan Ooze.
Well, but I mean, he's great. It, he, everyone loves him.
No, that
This
movie does kind of
DVD
lull in the middle when they're off on that other planet.
This DVD that I'm watching the movie on, unfortunately, does not have English subtitles, so
That's
I'm gonna be
amazing.
lost on what people are saying throughout this whole thing.
So, funnily enough, Noah, I think I had that exact DVD that you had because they put out two
Oh
of them,
yeah.
one for the first three and one for 4 through 6.
Mhm.
And that's how I collected the franchise. I don't know what happened to them, but I had them at one point. Why are you so
I'll get,
sweaty? Oh, because you're dying.
yeah. I'll have to get the other DVD so I can complete the collection. Really, these should all be on 4K by now.
Yeah. What the fuck, Criterion? You'll put shit like Wally in there, but not peak cinema.
Not Leprechaun 4 with the giant Warwick Davis.
That is the only thing in that movie that you go to about why it's good.
That's the big thing that Austin goes to, of course.
Doesn't
I
he
see
also get
what
a
you did there.
lightsaber?
Big thing. No, that's. Is that 4?
I mean,
With what?
the
Is it 4 where
lightsaber.
they get the
I
lightsaber?
mean,
Yeah, yeah. There's a
it's the
lightsaber.
space one, so I would
It's the
think
space
so.
one, yeah.
I mean, you would think, but I don't put anything past the Leprechaun franchise.
That's also the movie where the leprechaun comes out of a guy's dick. Do you know about that scene?
No.
Well, there you go. That's
You learn something new every day.
They really cast Jennifer Aniston to her strengths here.
this was like her first movie though, right?
Yeah.
Obviously this was before Friends.
Well, no, it's just funny because they've cast her as kind of the same character as Rachel, but because of the nature of Friends, obviously Rachel's the one to grow and will change past that.
Do you think anyone like in charge of the casting of Friends watched this movie and was like, "That's our Rachel"?
I hope so.
I mean, it's one of those things where back in the day, like when Friends was on, I could understand her kind of wanting to ignore this or not talk about it just because it is extremely rare for especially a young actress to do a horror movie like this and then just blow up to that level of fame. But now that we're so far past it, it's like, come on, like if people love these movies, it's part of your past. You should acknowledge it. The fans love you. Go to a convention or something. It's fine. Kevin Bacon was in a
No.
Friday the 13th movie, and he owns it.
Kevin
Yeah,
Bacon
she's
is in
too
that
good for that.
space where he's kind of comfortably, I think, a cult movie actor now.
Watching the creepy basement.
Because he'll go and do stuff like They Them, which sucked.
And like Super, James Gunn movie.
Yeah.
I've still never seen that one.
Me neither.
I like it. I know Cap hates it. Noah, do you think there's pizza rolls down there?
There's pizza rolls all in my creepy basement. I also think that there's a printer that doesn't work.
There's some kind of Dracula.
What are we, some
You
kind
think
of
there's
monster
Draculas in this
squad?
movie?
This dad looks really familiar.
Oh, he's the dad from Leprechaun. I think that's what you might be
Uh,
thinking of.
thank you.
Yeah.
I would have never fucking figured that out.
So already Jennifer Aniston's character is just so unlikable and annoying.
Why do you hate women?
No,
It's
it's just
fine.
because she's just complaining and being spoiled.
She's gonna have an arc, I assume.
How do you know that? Yeah, you haven't seen this movie, Robert. You don't know that. No, I guess, yeah, her arc is supposed to be she learns not to be like that. I honestly don't remember how this movie ends, so I couldn't tell you.
Speaking of Kevin Bacon, oh, that's a different guy.
That's not Kevin. It's not Kevin Bacon.
Noah, the dad was in Terminator or Transformers 2 as pundit.
Oh,
I don't know what that means. Pundit. I don't know what that means.
like a political pundit.
I guess.
Yeah, good for him.
Okay, so you recognize him as Pundit from
No!
Transformers: Revenge of the Fallen.
I know. Okay, this is gonna be. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but probably. I know where I recognize him from. He's Zach Morris's dad on Saved by the Bell.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I loved that show when I was younger.
I watched a little bit of it, but I mean, that was well before my time, so I've seen some episodes.
That was a show that like I would catch reruns on TBS before school.
And I've never seen it because I'm not an old man.
They gotta bicker, but they're gonna love each other by the end of the movie.
Robert, you're acting like you've seen a movie before. Don't take the fun out of this. Pretend like you don't know where it's going.
I don't know where most things are going.
Alright, I remember these two characters. The kid and this big comedic relief guy. Because of course the kid has a really iconic line later in the movie.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't know.
really seeing the dark and gritty, serious tone Noah was hyping up earlier.
Yeah, what the fuck, Noah?
This is the most dark movie I've ever seen. It's almost as dark as Bats.
You haven't seen Bats.
I know.
We'll get to it.
Oh no, he's gonna kill that kid.
Hey, probably
So
deserved it.
Robert, I don't know if you know this because Austin's mentioned it. So you know how we always get that token cast member back for the 2018-esque reboot?
Mhm.
Do you know who we get back for the reboot of Leprechaun?
Oh no.
The
Who?
the mentally challenged guy.
Gotta get somebody.
They couldn't even get Warwick Davis back.
Wait, like why?
I think he didn't want to do horror anymore.
I mean, let's be
Not
fair.
sure.
He's probably too old to do this at this point.
Yeah, I'm sure the makeup's a factor. That's
Yeah.
something understandable to.
Also, it was a
happen.
sci-fi original. I doubt they could afford him.
Yeah.
He was too busy doing the Willow show that got yeeted off of Disney Plus.
Well, I'm sure that paid better.
Probably did, yeah.
No, I primarily think of him or associate him with Harry Potter movies.
Same.
He plays Professor Flitwick and all those, but there's also a
And
few
he's
other
also
goblins that he
Griphook.
plays.
The thing I hate with his character in Harry Potter for Flitwick is they changed his design after the second movie, and I don't know why, and it drives me insane.
Well, I was just thinking about that actually because I think the original design was a lot more makeup heavy, and I wonder, him not wanting to do more roles with a lot of makeup factored into that. That's just speculation on my part.
You're supposed to paint the wall, not your face.
He's
He's
just
blue,
auditioning
dabba
for the
dee
Blue.
dabba die.
He's auditioning for the Blue Men Group.
I wonder who Jennifer Aniston's love interest in this movie could be. It's
The Leprechaun?
no, it's the kid. This movie just got weird.
Ugh.
Oh God, don't. So this is the guy they brought back?
Yeah.
This guy.
Good for him.
Hey, collect that paycheck. And the main character is Jennifer Aniston's daughter.
Of course.
Oh, so that movie's also about generational trauma.
Yeah. No, because that movie is greenlit and like released immediately after 2018 comes out.
Of course. It's funny that Leprechaun jumped on that trend, but not like Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street, any of the other big
Well,
ones.
I think both in the case of both of those, it's been rights issues because Friday 13th had all the
Yeah.
legal battles, and Nightmare there might be apparently something with Craven's estate preventing them from making another movie. I'm not sure. So in both cases there are, other factors.
Yeah, that's right. I wasn't even thinking about that.
And then Friday the 13th is the soccer. I mean, we have the fan films at least, some of which are pretty good, but it's like who would be your legacy character for your soft reboot sequel? Because the fans would want Tommy
Corey
Jarvis,
Feldman.
or Corey Feldman, but then the studio would be like, all right, but that's not like big enough, like, and that's weird.
Well, no, and
like,
they wouldn't.
who do
They
we get back
wouldn't
from the
cast
first movie? Yeah, they certainly want to cast Corey Feldman.
like now. No.
Yeah. I'm trying to think
No,
from a
that's true.
studio head. Like, well, who do we get though? Like, if Halloween 2018 doesn't get Jamie Lee Curtis, like, I don't think that movie happens. At least not in the form that we got it.
Hopefully they would just make Halloween Resurrection too.
Oh,
Bring back Busta Rhymes.
You joke, but I actually want that.
I'd watch it.
So he's supposed to be the bad guy. He seems pretty cool so far. Seems pretty reasonable.
He just threatened to bite this guy's ear off, dude.
Yeah, but he's not doing it. Oh my God.
He's got his green powers.
I have also heard that his powers are very vague and inconsistent.
Yes.
They do change.
I'm not even convinced it's the same Leprechaun from movie to movie.
I guess there is a hint that they are different.
The third movie is about a guy turning into a leprechaun.
Yeah. No, so like, yeah.
It's a body horror picture?
the main character gets bitten by the leprechaun in the third movie, and then he slowly turns into a were
A
leprechaun. Were leprechaun.
Oh, that
Isn't
sounds
there a
amazing.
scene where because he's turning into a leprechaun, he craves potatoes?
Yes. And he starts speaking in an Irish accent.
Kind of racist if
Which-
you think about it.
Which is also funny because Warwick Davis doesn't really do an Irish accent in these movies. He just kind of like is British still.
I can hear a bit of Irish. It's fine.
It's like cartoony though.
Well, yes, he's playing a leprechaun.
But it's funny because I think the leprechaun bites someone in this movie and he doesn't turn into a were-leprechaun.
And also, when I think this franchise, at least based on reputation and kind of its place and the lower budget, maybe it's got a similar vibe to like something like the Puppet Master franchise. But I mean, those are even more forgotten than these, and those start straight to video, unlike this. But I also think of those as kind of
Unlike
being a
Puppet
big cult
Master,
in
this
the
is also
90s.
good.
I haven't seen any Puppet Master, but those I think they maybe are still making. I know there's a lot of them.
They came back, yeah. I've only seen the first one, and I thought it was kind of boring.
I've heard pretty good things about 2. Might watch the first couple at some
Have you
point.
seen the one with Greg Sestero?
I think that's like 6 or 7.
Oh, okay.
I think you're. I
I
think
just know
you're.
that he's in
I
one
think
of those
you're
movies.
underestimating how many of them there are.
No, but what I mean is this was like over 20 years ago, like it was before The Room.
No, that can't be.
Nah.
Yeah, it was.
Okay,
before
so
the room.
Robert, let's play a game. How many Puppet Master movies have they made?
I really don't. I'm
25.
gonna go low. I'm just. I'll say 15. I really don't know.
I like
know
that. That's a
there's
low guess. 15.
Noah, how many Puppet Master movies have they made?
See, I'm also thinking around the same range as Robert guessed, so I don't know. I guess I'll say 12.
Robert was right. There are 15 of them.
Wow. Right on the money.
Hey, nice. Now, which one was Greg Sestero in? Well, we have to solve this mystery.
Oh, okay. No, you were right. He's in Retro Puppet Master, which is from 1999.
That's the 6th one.
That is the 7th one.
Yeah, wow, I was pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Damn, dude. You're like psychic or something.
The last one that they made was in 2022 called Puppet Master Doctor Death. But Doctor is Doktor.
Doctor. When are we doing the Puppet
We'll
Master
cover them all at some
marathon?
point.
Fuck. When are we gonna do the Littlest Reich? So, Robert, how do you feel about these two characters?
I'm sure stuck with them.
I like these guys. They're the 2 characters with any personality,
That's not true.
besides the leprechaun.
Jennifer Aniston has a personality. You just don't like
right.
it.
Yeah.
It's gold.
He's gonna kill him, like Gollum at the start of Return of the King.
It's my birthday, precious.
That's really once.
Rancid.
Oh no, they found his Lucky Charms.
Oh. Do you know the iconic line from this movie?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh shit, okay, never mind. We'll get to it.
No, send it to me in a message because I'm trying to think of what you would call it because they're iconic. I'm blanking.
Okay.
I know, like it's what he says in all of them, but oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the
It's not said by
leprechauns.
the leprechaun.
I thought you were talking
No.
about the leprechauns line.
No. Different character.
What's with the color scheme of this kid's shirt? Like, I don't like it.
Why?
Looks like a
What?
Dr. Seuss character, like he should be working at a hot dog joint. I don't like this color scheme at all.
What do you have against Ronald McDonald?
He's got the
Do they sell hot
mustard and
dogs?
ketchup.
No, that's the same color scheme that Ronald McDonald wears.
Is that what that is?
Is that what they say?
That's just the
Yeah,
first thing that
for
came to
sure.
my mind. Cause
Oh yeah, red and yellow. That is like the McDonald's kind of like
yeah,
look, corporate logo.
Robert just hates McDonald's. It's canon.
I mean, that's fair. McDonald's isn't.
It's not great.
It's not good for you.
But it tastes so good.
Yeah,
Mm.
I prefer Wendy's.
Always fresh, never
I
frozen.
mean, Wendy's is the better one, but you know you can't go wrong with a McDouble.
I'm more of a Carl's
Once in a
Jr.
while.
More of a Carl's Jr. guy
Oh.
myself, or a Hardee's
You-
guy, depending
You
on.
with your regional chains.
That's not even a regional chain. You have to have Hardee's.
No, not around
Really?
here. Maybe, I don't know.
We're like, we don't believe you. Google Maps, pull it up.
Google Hardee's. See where the
Okay,
closest one is.
Well, because I don't know.
Or Carl's
Which-
Jr. Do
Is it
both.
Carl's Jr. or Hardee's? I'll look for both.
I think generally speaking, it's Carl's Jr.'s West Coast and Hardee's is East Coast, but I mean there might be some. mixed
Yeah,
up in there, I
fuck
don't know.
you, West Coast bastards, and your fake restaurant names.
Oh my
But
god.
I guarantee they're both.
She's
fun.
into it.
Ugh, don't say that.
I mean, she is.
Actually, it'll be easier if I just look this up on my phone.
For a second
Oh
there,
my god.
I didn't realize her socks were already red. I was like, she bled that much?
Tell me, Jennifer Aniston, do you bleed? You will.
You will.
Why is my gut telling me we're gonna be on the same location and set for most of this movie?
Because you've seen low budget movies before.
I'm just getting a lot of ones that say they're permanently closed.
There might be an old one somewhere in there.
I don't know why that's
Don't
coming
stick
up
your
first,
hand in
though,
there.
but
Don't do that.
you can't do that. All right, I'm just gonna look for Hardee's.
Why did you assume it's a cat?
What do you mean it's meowing?
Mm.
Oh
Oh
cat
my
heard it.
god.
Oh yeah, he did get bit.
Yeah.
It's gonna
You
turn
know
into
he's
a
gonna turn
leprechaun.
into a leprechaun.
The closest Hardee's is 313 miles from me.
Holy shit! You should get start. You should go there now. Get started.
All right, guys, I'll be back. Yeah, I told you I didn't have them.
I mean, that's not true. You can drive 300 miles. It's not that much.
I'm not gonna go out of my way to drive that far for fast food.
Then just get someone at DoorDash to drive it there for you.
Robert, we're doing a commentary on Leprechaun from 1993. have
I saw the other day on Grubhub I could order Five Guys, but it would take like an hour to get here. I was really tempted, but I've
Have you
never
had
had
Five
Five
Guys?
Guys.
Oh, it's the
Oh.
best. I love Five Guys.
No,
Their
the best
fries
is
are amazing.
the best is, and I think you're going to disagree with me because you haven't had it, but Arby's is the best.
Yeah, I haven't had Arby's. I'll have to try them sometimes, but I know that they don't have the best reputation.
They do not.
I don't get it. Like, good food.
I'm just saying what I know. I don't. I've never tried them before.
Are we ever gonna get Leprechaun versus Saw? You know, because he got the tricycles. I just want to see.
I-
We almost got Leprechaun versus Candyman.
Which is so
Could have
weird.
been fun.
Surely
Well-
you would have done Leprechaun versus Chucky, right?
Well, given what Candyman's about, after Leprechaun in the
Oh.
Hood, you know, like there's some crossover
Oh, that's probably why. Okay, because before I was like, that makes no sense to put those two together.
there.
The sad thing is, I can see that being the actual reason.
No, that's probably the reason. It was probably being developed after the
Please
Hood
don't
movies.
ask why. No one quite knows the reason.
Which is, and I don't know if you have this, John, because everyone hypes up the Hood movies as being some of the best in the series. They're two of my least favorite, actually.
I've heard that Back to the Hood's worse. Kind of
Back to the Hood
unanimously.
is
Well-
worse, but it's so. But Noah doesn't have an opinion on that because he fell asleep.
I was gonna
during
say, I more so talking about the first one because I can't really have a valid opinion on the second one.
I thought In the Hood was okay. It does have the Leprechaun rapping, which was top tier.
Yeah, that part's good. That's an iconic moment. But I don't know. There's the other movie, just kind of boring. It doesn't have anything that, 3 and 4 do.
Yeah. 3 might like this one is maybe my favorite. It's this or 3.
3 is my
Because 3 is
favorite.
fucking insane.
So we talk a lot about 90s horror on the channel. I feel like the 90s as the decade. We talk about Scream a lot, and then all the Scream knockoffs. But I feel like the 90s is kind of the decade though of direct-to-video horror. Probably more than any other, because that Tremors comes out and is a big flop, and then that series quickly goes direct to video. You know, you have these Puppet Master.
I mean, maybe I still associate that with 80s, but maybe
Yeah,
it is
I
the
don't think
90s.
I mean, the 80s is a very transitional decade from just the video market boom and
Robert, he
rentals,
wants his
rental
gold.
stores taking up. Oh my god. No, he's gonna turn into
No,
a
he's gonna
leprechaun.
turn into a leprechaun.
He just wants me gold. It's fine.
He's gonna have a deep urge to start eating potatoes. Going out to the pub.
I'll be back.
Oh, here we go. Here it
He
is.
just wants a friend. Oh, that's adorable.
All right, then why is he about to do this to his friend?
Isn't this how you play with your friends?
That didn't look that fatal. He died really quickly.
It's weirdly edited, but I mean, the idea of a pogo stick kill like that is just so genius.
Would
I'm
it be a
glad that it's
stretch?
in the movie.
Would it be a stretch to say that the success of Child's Play probably inspired this?
I don't think so at all because you're 3 years off Child's Play too. Like they got to be looking at that. Which is why I would think the natural way to go would be Chucky versus Leprechaun.
That makes a lot more sense.
That is, I'm so sad that we'll never get that.
Yeah, Brad
Yeah.
Dourif versus Warwick Davis. Come on, that sounds epic.
Come on, you got to
Warwick
do it
Davis
before
beating
Brad
the
Dourif
shit out of the
dies.
puppet. I mean, I guess they could still do it. I just, like we talked about before, I don't know if Warwick Davis would be up for doing something like that anymore. Plus, with Chucky, they're doing that like one movie to just end everything. So
Oh,
probably
is
gonna
that
be it for
official?
Chucky
Has
after
that
that.
been announced?
I thought it was. Maybe I'm
I hope
wrong.
I
so
mean, I
because
think that's what
Brad
it should
Dourif
do.
is getting up there, and I don't want. You can't recast that.
Yeah, just call it the death of Chucky, the final chapter. Go all the way.
Yeah.
Chucky dies.
Chucky dies tonight.
It's a little person in a go-kart. I gotta stop him.
Please call it Child's Play Ends. Or no, make it a like a part one and part two. Part one can be Child's Play Kills, and part two can be
Child's
Child's
Play
Play
Believer.
Ends.
Child's Play ends, the death of Chucky, the final chapter. Just do them all.
Chucky's dead. The final Friday.
It's like, what?
They're a
Okay,
problem,
now
officer?
this guy's just an asshole. He
I
deserves
know.
whatever's coming to him.
This leprechaun was
Oh
doing
my
nothing.
god, he called his face a mask. Screw this guy.
I know. This is maybe the worst cop in all of cinema.
Yeah. Oh my god. He deserved it. Oh my god, it's Evil Dead.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget Leprechaun versus Chucky. I want Leprechaun versus Ash.
That's good too. These can all coexist.
That's the shared slasher cinematic universe that I want. Forget about the Pooniverse. Get that shit out of here.
He just wants to play games and hang out.
He's a fun guy once you get to know him. And Warwick Davis is also very clearly having so much fun in this role. Like, I get why he played this character for 7 movies. He was having a lot of fun doing it, very clearly.
Did he do that many? Wow.
Yep, 7.
The holy number.
How do you figure?
Oh my god.
Noah.
Yeah.
Okay, so space is 4. So what would that make
Yeah.
in the hood?
Oh, never mind. He did 6.
I was like, how do you figure it? No, it's just like,
My math is off. I was off by 1 number.
I mean,
Leave me alone.
7 would have been better if he was in it because that's that shitty dark and gritty reboot. Robert, have you seen what the leprechaun looks like in that?
Yes, we've talked about it on the Discord before.
Why did he throw his nightstick? Was he stupid?
You want to
Is
buy
there
some
a lore
nightsticks?
reason?
Want to go home and rethink my life.
No more. Stop, no more. This guy's had a rough day.
Yeah, but screw him. He deserves
Oh,
it.
yeah, he's also awful. You know what I like about this movie? I can see what's happening during the nighttime scenes. This is shot better than some big budget modern
Are you
movies.
taking a shot at a certain man that is also a wolf?
Yes.
Or a certain alien that fights a predator?
Requiem.
Yeah, that's an old reference. Oh, that was fun.
Who's for Chinese? Who's for potatoes?
Whatever he's eating there, that looks really good. Be right back.
Okay. John's like, I'm gonna go make that.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big gravy guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy was spreading a lot of gravy.
Or whatever he was eating. I was just like, eh.
Why did he steal her shoe?
I don't know.
This is really hard to decipher without subtitles and with the volume on down really low. So this isn't the best viewing I've had of this movie, to be honest.
I mean, the good news is we're 45 minutes into it.
That's true.
I like the Leprechaun. Whenever he's on screen, I'm enjoying the Leprechaun antics.
Yeah. So I'm liking it a lot more than I remember. Mostly for Warwick Davis. I mean, that's who you go to see these movies for.
So for you, do the first like 4 movies, are they like this? They just kind of keep getting better and better, or are you more mixed on the whole thing?
I don't know, cause two I'd say is maybe on par with this, but it gets a little weirder, and that gets more into like the lore of the Leprechaun, which I don't think they follow in the following sequels. But yeah, I guess so. I guess it gets slowly better and better up until 4, I'd say, and then yeah, the Hood movies are there.
that transition.
Would you prefer to Star Wars wipe?
Yes. I'm bummed that this didn't open with a Star Wars opening crawl.
That's the next movie. Oh no, that's in space.
That one would make more sense.
You know, the one with the lightsaber. Oh, they did it again.
But anyway, I as a kid I've eaten in diners like that, so like I'm used to that kind of food. It's good.
It was like a whole like steak dinner. I
It was
usually think of diner
meatloaf.
food like oh, meatloaf. Ugh.
What? Dude, meatloaf is amazing.
No,
That's like one of my favorite foods.
I don't like meatloaf.
Although I prefer it with ketchup, not gravy.
Yeah, I'm on the same boat.
I like the singer meatloaf.
Noah, why do you have no taste?
He just said he wants to take a bite out of meatloaf. Come on. Those were his exact words.
Oh, so
Yeah.
also, funnily enough, because we were talking about McDonald's earlier, the reason I had to go away is I found out we're having McDonald's for dinner.
Oh, hell yeah.
They have a $5 McChicken meal, which isn't bad. Get a McChicken, some chicken nuggets. I love their chicken nuggets.
The wake me up when the McRib is back.
That's not even their best sandwich.
I don't know. I've never had it.
No, it's pretty good, but their best sandwich is their fish fillet.
With a fillet of fish.
Yeah.
Growing up in a well, growing up
in a whoa.
in a Catholic household, I always ate those during Lent.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
But I haven't had
So,
one of those
funnily
in a very long
enough,
time.
no, I didn't even know what Lent was until I went to school because I went to religious school. And they're like, you have to
Oh,
give
yeah.
some. You know, it's encouraged to give something up. I was like, do I have to? I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm giving up
I have to.
gum. That's fine. I can do that.
Yeah, I want to say I don't think I ever actually gave up the thing I said I would give up. But yeah.
Welcome to the confessional portion of our Leprechaun commentary.
Robert, what do you have to confess?
I wished for the death of a child the other day. I have no regrets.
No, that's what they should have done. Is
Or Hail Marys.
Leprechaun in church.
Yes.
Leprechaun versus the Exorcist. That's
There
a
you
crossover
go.
they could have done.
So
Leprechaun versus the Omen.
I used to follow this website that would post the movies that were coming out soon, and there was a fourth Reanimator movie called Reanimator Takes on the White House. I don't remember the actual title, but that was the plot, and I'm always so sad that never happened.
Oh.
Reanimator versus the Lighthouse.
What?
Did you say
So-
Reanimator takes on the Lighthouse?
The White House.
Now I want that. That's how you can bring Defoe and Pattinson back.
There you go.
I thought you said Lighthouse.
No, he goes to the White House.
I prefer him taking on the Lighthouse.
You're fond of me substance. I've seen it.
Yeah, don't you want to see Herbert West interact with those guys? That would be amazing.
I do. Now I do.
Jeffrey Combs would unironically be great in a Robert Eggers movie. You should call him.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be
Use him.
incredible. I want to see him argue with Willem Dafoe about something.
And if Eggers isn't available, just give it to Flanagan.
Give it to Flanagan, everybody. Whoa.
Oh my god.
You're fond of me, Bear Trap, I see.
You know what? Screw the Reanimator going to the lighthouse. I want the Leprechaun to go to the lighthouse.
The Lighthouse.
You know, this is the one time I'm gonna
Okay.
say, can we give, instead of giving the reboot to Flanagan, can we give it to Eggers? I want to see if Eggers
What?
make a Leprechaun movie.
It's very obvious when we have a taller stunt guy doing these action scenes.
Oh my god.
Kill me before I turn into a leprechaun. You have to shoot me.
So obviously we're doing this for the holiday, but do you think that there's anyone who actually watches this movie during St. Patrick's Day every year?
I'm sure someone does.
I'm gonna start doing that.
And if not a single one of these, is this actually set on St. Patrick's Day?
I don't know if this one is, but 2 is.
Okay. It would be
I remember
weird if
there's-
this franchise never did that.
I remember there's at least one scene that's St. Patrick's Day when they're in a bar.
And to answer your question that you were asking Noah about too, I like 2, but it has more of a story, and the story's not good. It's like a reincarnated lovers thing. It's really out of
Oh.
place in a movie like this.
Yeah. I remember the production value was pretty cool though. Like some of the set design, the Leprechaun has like a layer that's in a tree, and it looks kind of cool from what I remember.
So 2 is also theatrical.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, hi, kitty.
he wouldn't stop
Mine's
jumping
asleep.
on my leg. This cat will wait till I lay down to sit on me, and then he'll wait. He'll make sure that I'm in the most uncomfortable position imaginable, so I
Oh
can't
my god,
move.
mine does the same thing. It's cute, but it's annoying. Fucking cats.
And this is what you wanted, huh?
They are Leprechaun fans.
Meow.
He cut
Hey,
the
don't fall
power.
asleep now.
Oh, okay. So we were wrong. The primary influence for this movie was not Child's Play. It was fucking Critters.
Oh,
Well, for
oh,
something lower budget, that makes sense.
I can kind of see that.
Have you guys seen
Yeah.
'Cause this has
Critters?
this has a
I've never seen
similar
any of them.
setting to
Well,
Critters.
and
Yeah.
also Critters is one where I think most of those come out in the 90s too. Does that start direct to video, or is like the first one theatrical?
The first one's theatrical. Doesn't no. The second one is also theatrical.
Yeah.
It's three. It's also three where they go direct to DVD.
Just like
But I
this.
don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen Critters, but Critters is awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of people really love Critters 2, but I've never
Critters
seen
Two
any
is
of them.
awesome. Do you know who gets his start in Critters Three?
Was that DiCaprio?
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another person who will never talk or acknowledge.
To be
Oh,
fair,
come on.
he's in
man.
Critters 3, which I've heard sucks.
Yeah, but still own it.
It's your legacy.
Like you have an Oscar by now, just own it.
When are we getting
Whoa!
the Critters Legacy sequel where we bring DiCaprio back?
Do you know who's in Critters 4?
Not off the top of my head.
Angela Bassett
Oh, weird.
Oh, that's funny.
and Brad Dourif.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, I wonder if that one's any good.
Probably not.
We did get a reboot web series, but I don't know if that's any good. That has Gilbert Godfrey. Weird.
Oh. Learning so much about critters tonight.
Oh, God.
Critters is peak.
This is like a zombie movie, but with a leprechaun. Oh, Jesus.
Ah, jumping Jesus.
Christmas shit.
That's the way to
Oh,
talk to a
no.
leprechaun.
He's infected.
See, now I'm noticing it because he's just biting so many people in this movie.
Yeah, you guys
What a-
mentioned that up top, like, oh yeah, he bites a guy, but he doesn't turn into a leprechaun, and it's now happened to like 4 people.
Yeah, I thought he only bit one guy.
Oh,
All
he
of
got
these
his ear.
people should be leprechauns by now.
We are all the leprechauns.
Oh shit, here we go. Hell yeah.
I wish when he came through the barn door, it made like a big symbol, like a clover or something.
Like Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, they're dead.
They're all
We're
dead.
all dead.
It's Mario Kart. Can we please get Leprechaun Kart as a video game?
I
I
thought you
would
were gonna
play the
ask for
shit out of that.
or Leprechaun in Smash Brothers. I'll
With
take
the
that
rise
too.
of these horror asymmetrical games, I am shocked nobody has picked up the Leprechaun, not for his own game, just like one of those games somewhere.
Like Leprechaun in Mortal Kombat.
That or in like Dead by Daylight or
Hmm.
and nobody in the comments better say it'll never happen because we got a fucking Killer Clowns from Outer Space video game.
That's true. Oh
That's
no.
wild. Uh-oh. Oh no, the hand's gonna start crawling through their walls.
Remember
Hey, do you
Evil
get?
Dead 2?
You beat me too. I showed that to somebody last night, yesterday,
Oh,
first time.
for the
If you
Did-
can believe
did
it,
they
it's
like
still
it?
the greatest movie ever made. They did.
Okay, good. You can still be friends with them then.
Yeah.
that's the real test.
Her portable. Is that what they called cell phones back then?
If only we had a car phone we could use.
I
Yeah,
do
their car is
remember
smashed
my
up.
aunt had one of those like gray brick cell phones, like the first.
God.
I also remember she got the. Do you guys remember the chocolates? It was the big deal because they could play music and shit. The LG chocolate.
No, I've never heard of that.
Dear God.
I'm sorry. Unintentionally making John feel old.
So Noah, before the smartphone, we had cell phones that did some stuff, but not everything. And this one was a big
Okay.
deal because it had a built-in music player.
Okay, cool. So was this around the same time as like the BlackBerry and stuff like that?
Yes. That's
Okay.
2005. I'll be right back.
Okay. So maybe. Oops.
No, I don't think this guy's gonna make it.
I don't know. I think not Kevin Bacon has some strong chances. It sure looks like a leprechaun to me.
It's just a story about a group of misfits who don't fit together, but through adversity, they have to team up and become a little family.
I think it's about beans.
So does
And that's
two
what's so
have
powerful about it.
any returning cast members, or are we
No,
immediately like
none of them.
No.
Nobody ever comes back for any of these.
Just Warwick Davis, yeah. It's a different cast every time.
Two, like I
That's
said,
why
there is an argument made for most of them, but I'm not even sure if it's the same leprechaun.
well, something like that gives it such a stark contrast to like Child's Play, where that's so continuity heavy, but also with Child's Play, you have Mancini involved for the whole thing. And to my knowledge, like these movies don't really have any carryover, right, in terms of writers or directors. It's
I don't even know
Not
who
really.
directed
I don't think
this.
there's a singular. I don't think there's a singular vision
I don't think
across
so,
this
yeah.
franchise.
So
It
Mark
would shock
Jones
me
is the
if there
writer and
was.
director of the first one. He comes back as a producer for two.
That makes sense.
But yeah, he is not involved with any of the others.
Yeah, because there's so much contradictory lore stuff in each movie. It would shock me if it was all the same guy.
But I will say Mark Jones is a big TV guy and has written for shows like the all new Super Friends and Scooby's Laugh Olympics.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Oh, and
Those
he
are
wrote
old
for
too.
yeah,
Those are
no,
the
like
70s.
and he also did the Scooby and Scrappy Doo Puppy Hour, Scooby Doo and Scrappy Doo.
Nice. Yeah, like all the 70s stuff.
And then in the '90s, he does some stuff for like that James Bond Jr. animated show that I'm just now learning was a thing.
Yeah, it was brief.
Oh yeah.
That's like the only James Bond thing we get between Dalton and Brosnan. There's like a 6-year gap between movies, and that's the only thing that comes out. It's that stupid TV show.
The
Uh,
leprechaun just spawned into the scene like Dr. Manhattan. He was a skeleton
Yay.
at first.
Excellent. He also wrote for that Superboy show from the '90s
Oh, there you go.
that I have not seen.
My name is the Leprechaun. It is October 1993.
I'm sitting in my lair with me pot of gold.
It is February 12th, 1994. I am sitting in my lair with me pots of gold.
I am driving me go-kart.
Mutilicious gold.
I just want the version of that scene from the Snyder movie, but with the leprechaun.
with the exact same soundtrack.
Yeah, with the music and everything.
I will now forever associate that theme with that movie because that's the first thing I ever heard it in.
Oh yeah, same.
And then when that music popped up in something else, I was like, the fuck?
This is the Dr. Manhattan music. Yeah, that's another thing that I think is easy to forget that that's not original score. It's a
Yes.
It's a piece of music.
I mean, scores are usually pieces of music.
It's an existing piece of music. Never mind.
Fine.
What I like here is the implication that if the gold had been there, all of it, he would have just left them alone.
Mm.
Yeah,
Now
he's
he has
just
to wait for
missing
this
that
guy
one
to take a
piece.
shit.
And I don't think that ever comes back. It's just if you have the
Okay.
gold. It's just if you have the gold, he will kill you.
Well, John, do you remember in 3 they introduce if you're
That's the
holding yeah, if you're holding the gold, that's how you make a wish. If it's just one piece of gold and you're holding it, you can like make a wish. And that's
No,
how
I don't remember that.
that's how the main character like starts winning at Vegas in that
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Oh god, there he is.
So, Robert, do you know where the last gold piece is?
Yeah, the guy swallowed it. He just needs to take a shit, and then the movie's over.
Oh, God.
That's not okay.
What's the quality of life after that?
Are you still gonna defend Leprechaun after he did that to not Kevin Bacon?
Because
Robert just wishes he could have done that to not Kevin Bacon.
Oh,
I mean, he's I've seen worse characters. I'm kind of indifferent to this guy.
Whoa, you didn't deny that. That's not okay.
yeah, I don't like how you answered that question. I mean, I'll give you that the projectionist is probably a better guy than Leprechaun, but yeah, I'm not gonna go that far and defend him. Oh, he's Santa Claus now. No.
Aw. I shot him 6 times. Can we have Dr. Loomis versus Leprechaun?
The evil. It's small.
We find out that Dr. Loomis just really hates Irish people.
God.
And Leprechaun is me.
He sees the leprechaun and goes, "No!"
Now, one
No.
thing they do keep in all of them is the four-leaf clover thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking over that. I missed what was going on with that.
That's his weakness.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which is strange because you'd think that would give him strength.
Right. That's
But
not
no,
choice.
it's basically like a cross to vampires.
Yeah, it takes away his powers.
Also, given the St. Patrick's Day of it all, you think a crossover with this and Exorcist actually makes more sense now I'm thinking about it.
The more we
Robert,
talk about it, the more
do
it
you
makes
think the
sense.
leprechaun is too powerful?
Nah.
He's having so much fun.
There are a lot of scenes though of characters just saying, "Where'd he go? Oh, he's doing this. Oh, he went that way." So yeah, we're not gonna show that.
It gets a little repetitive.
Uh-oh. Oh God.
Oh, he's in the floor.
Where's the rest of me gold?
You can hack the phones too.
So, assuming that Warwick Davis is too old and just isn't coming back, that's done. How would you go about another movie in this franchise, John?
It
Do you
wouldn't.
want another reboot, or do you think they should just stop?
Stop. I put him in this performance with like Freddy Krueger, where he just is that character. Now I could be won over. I don't know if anyone.
Speaking of Freddy Krueger, somebody saw Nightmare on Elm Street with that phone gag.
I'm your boyfriend now, Jennifer Aniston.
I mean, if Warwick Davis was still up for doing these, I would honestly just make another movie because these sequels are so unconnected anyway. Like, don't do the whole 2018 reboot thing. Just make another Leprechaun movie, you know?
What if he voiced it? What if you did something animated?
Yeah, that could work.
That's what I
I
keep
don't know.
saying about Robert Englund. Like, that's how you do another Freddy movie with him. Just do something
Right.
animated. It'd be cool. You could voice it.
Well, with Leprechaun, because with Nightmare, I think a lot of people would watch that. With Leprechaun, I don't know who would watch that besides me, but but I'd be down for it.
I mean, given how many of those DC animated movies Warner Brothers cranks out every year, I don't know. I think there's enough
Why
of a
not?
horror community that would buy one direct-to-video animated Leprechaun movie.
Yeah,
I think it's worth a
just do
shot.
it.
You could do some really cool
Like I
stuff with his
said,
powers.
like, don't even bother trying to connect it to other movies. Just have a new story with a new cast, but with Warwick Davis as Leprechaun running around and fucking shit up.
You could also do like an IDW comic where like the lore is really intricate and thought out, and it's like the mature
No,
version
wait.
of Leprechaun.
Oh, this is another big thing.
You mess with all of us.
I don't know if we talked over it being established, but he has to shine shoes.
I didn't realize
That
that's what was
also-
going on.
That
Yeah.
also sticks around. Like there's multiple gags of him getting distracted by from a kill because he has to shine someone's shoe.
That feels a little stereotypical. But there's something going
The
on.
third one has a guy turned into a leprechaun, so he has to eat potatoes. Come on.
Well, at
He's
least
got
they're
to go to
paying
the
off
pub.
the shoe setup. Oh my god. He did it again. Yay.
No, he's on roller skates. Wee. Oh yeah. Oh my god,
No.
I swear that I forgot that something like that happened when you said that earlier, Robert.
This series used to be serious, man.
Okay, no, I'm eating my words. I like this movie a lot more than I remember.
Yeah, it's picking up. It's pretty fun.
No, I
Whoa,
do
Dutch
kind of
angle.
wonder what the script looked like
Whoa.
before Davis signed on. Was it just this, but she didn't have a goofy leprechaun?
Yeah, maybe. Because otherwise, this movie is so dull.
Yeah.
It's on
Because
What
like
paper.
if it's
what
this
is
exact same movie but without a goofy leprechaun, it's just like, oh.
Yeah, but what does this movie look like if it's like written, directed by Clive Barker?
I mean, that's actually something. I'd like to see that.
That'd be kind of awesome.
You must either be reading my mind or something, because I just started telling my friend about Hellraiser. As you said, what if it's directed by Clive Barker?
That was just like kind of noodling on my brain earlier, talking about like because that's another thing that starts in the late '80s, but then kind of carries over into the '90s. So I think of it as more of a '90s thing than an '80s thing.
So much Dutch angles. He's stuck in 60s Batman.
John, not saying that you would have wanted this or would have liked this, just are you surprised that post Hellraiser 4 and post Scream, they didn't attempt a Scream inspired Hellraiser movie and instead we just went direct to video with those?
With what we got, I think I would have preferred the Scream inspired.
Because like that's what we did with Chucky, you know, that's how Bride of Chucky
Yeah.
happens. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's just because they stopped putting effort into those Hellraiser movies. It's just, oh, here's a script that was sitting in a drawer.
That's the guy.
Back at the plot. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
I
He's
love
Rorschach
I love
now.
the sped up footage.
It's so good.
So,
This was
Robert, is
one of
this
the
everything
dark
you hoped hoped for and more?
This is great.
This was one of the dark and gritty scenes I was thinking of earlier.
That's some of the best chase scenes ever. Like, I like that his footage progressively gets more and more sped up, but then her, it's just normal. Just
Yeah.
going back and forth. Oh my god! I don't like the flash.
Oh, he's coming.
I'm imagining the ending of The Last of Us with Joel carrying Ellie, but the leprechaun in the wheelchair chasing him.
You better not get away with that girl. How did he get in the elevator?
Leprechaun happened. From the Clover Patch. He's still
I like that he can catch up with a Jeep in that. With his leprechaun powers. Just allows him to be faster than usual.
Those are some big ass clovers. Oh god.
Then it turns out the cop is the leprechaun.
Oh my god. Oh.
Oh no, it's that same cop. Never
It's the
mind.
same guy. Yeah, fuck 'em
Whoa. That's a sharp nightstick.
up. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
He's hulking out on this car.
I'll take that.
Ew. Oh, that's just a thing he can do? Okay.
Yeah, I guess he can take body parts.
So he can't regenerate. He has to
No.
replace.
He needs other people's body parts to regenerate, I guess. I don't think that ever comes back in the sequels. So sad. He did nothing wrong.
He did everything wrong.
Where did I go wrong? Oh yeah, everything.
I love the long shot of trying to find a four-leaf clover in North Dakota.
I like that the patches of four-leaf clovers are shining green, so you know where they are.
Oh god.
All right, here's a question for y'all.
Tommy Jarvis.
When you get a burger from like a fast food joint, do you put any of your fries on your burger?
No. Can't say I've
No.
ever done that.
So good.
I've never done that before. I've never thought about that before, though. Might try that.
It should. It's good.
They gotta get the Clover Burger for Leprechaun. Stop yelling at him.
See, it's all about faith.
And then Linda Blair walks in. She's like, "We have to get the Leprechaun."
Oh no, this kid's gonna step in it. No, you can't watch your step.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Do it. Oh.
Why do you hate this kid? He's done nothing.
I think we've discovered Robert just hates children.
Only some.
By some, you mean all. I have no evidence to believe you don't hate any kids.
Oh god. Hey, we're paying off that slingshot.
He said the thing. That's the iconic line I was talking about before, by the way. Fuck you, Lucky Charms. You've never heard that before?
I probably have. Oh god, he's melting.
It's like the end of the Terminator. We're gonna see his skeleton.
No.
Oh, there he goes.
Is his fate addressed or
Nope.
acknowledged in the next?
There's no fate
Nope.
but what we make.
That's T2. I'm talking about T1.
Oh no.
He's back.
I once be gold.
Then not Kevin Bacon's like, fuck this.
Earn it.
Gasoline.
Oh my god.
Because of course it exploded. But yeah, that's how you defeat a leprechaun. You explode it in a well
Well,
With a 4-leaf clover.
with a 4-leaf clover.
I'll be back.
Oh, but see, Robert, he's not dead. He'll be back. That's how they explain it. That's
And it's
Leprechaun.
over. That was Leprechaun.
That's Leprechaun, everybody. Happy St. Patty's Day.
We did it. Only 7 more movies to go.
So we'll be doing this over the course of 7 years, every
Yeah.
St.
Yay.
Patrick's Day.
I'm down.
Yeah,
So
and
Robert,
this,
how was it?
It's pretty. That's moments.
yeah, this
good.
still is not my favorite, but I do like this one more than I
It
remember
really
liking
picks
it.
up in the back half.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I just think 3 and 4 go even further with the campy, goofy tone that this still has, but it's like it's the beginning. They don't go that far with it yet. So
Always good to go back to the roots.
but yeah, you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. Like I said, there's some strong moments. And Mark Davis is great. Yeah.
Yeah,
We immediately nail that.
yeah, I love that guy. He's been working for so many years, and I also got to give him mad respect for staying with these movies for so long and playing this character for so long.
Yeah, because he's doing this even in the middle of Harry Potter.
hmm
Yeah,
All right, we're gonna end this stream, um, and start a new one for Alan Wake. So give us about 5-ish minutes to get set up, and we'll be back.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St.
Happy St.
Patrick's
Patrick's
Day.
Day.
Have a good night, everybody.